Many folks in here know Dr. Weber, but just for those that don't, I think she is the fiercest advocate for kids in our state's capital. And the reason I love Dr. Weber is any bill that moves forward, regardless of who's behind it, who are the financial backers, she focuses on one key decision. Does it actually help our kids? If it does, she's for it, and if it doesn't, she's against it, no matter what. And that's just incredible leadership. Thank you so much. And that's our collective work. That's what you all do every single day. Get up every day, go to your schools, and do whatever your kids need. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited to have the support of CCSA and CCSA advocates, because this is a community of individuals who, no matter what, ask one simple question: what's in the best interest of our kids? And then work as hard as we can every single day to make education happen for them. And I got my start in education in charters and helped create Green Dot Public Schools. And I remember with some of our colleagues, Steve Barr and Christina De Jesus, and Marco Petruzzi and Annette Gonzalez, early days, 2002, 2003. Didn't matter if our funding was really late from the state. Didn't matter if our facilities challenge was a big challenge that we don't know how to overcome. Didn't matter if we're getting a lot of pushback from our districts. It was always, let's work together and give our kids what they deserve, that we knew that they deserve, which is a quality education, and let's do more for them. And that is our collective work, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this group. And we need to keep working, because it is a tougher environment for charters today than when I started. And I'm campaigning up and down the state, and there's small groups of people, but they are loud, that are spreading misinformation about charters. Charters are privatizers. Charters aren't accepting all kids, just false information. And so it's important that all of us who do the work don't accept that. And we have to push back. And the good news is, people like our work, and kids love our work. Most Californians want parents to have a great public school for their kids, whether it's a district public school or a charter public school or a magnet public school. They want a great public school for our kids. They want innovation. They want change. So the public is with us. We just need to do more to drive that change. And I know you're busy. I know your work. I've done it. It's hard, but we need to do more. Our kids need us to do more. First and foremost, quality, no matter what. We must have good instruction in our schools. We must bring strong social, emotional supports to our schools. We need strong curriculum. We have to do whatever it takes. I know you're doing that today, but we have to have the very, very best public schools. It's the most important thing that charters can be doing, is showing the path towards excellent instruction. And secondly, we have to tell our stories. When I talk about Green Dot and my work in charters, I always talk about Shirley Ford, a wonderful dear friend of mine who unfortunately passed away recently. She was a warrior for kids. And I met Shirley in 2002. And Shirley's son, Robert, was set to go to Inglewood High School. And Inglewood High School had a 4% proficiency rate in math and tons of violence. And Shirley did not have the money to move to a neighborhood with better public schools, did not have the money to send her child to private school. So she sent Robert to Inglewood and helped us create this new school. And working with Shirley and our teachers and our principal and our counselor, we created Inglewood. And Robert went to that high school and graduated, went to college and graduated. And now he's back teaching calculus, so other kids have a shot at their future and their dreams. And you know these stories because you live these stories over and over, and they're the stories of our work. And we have to get those stories out. We cannot let people define who we are. And it's got to always come back to our kids and our parents. And so, although you're all very, very busy, you have wonderful stuff going on in your classrooms, in your schools, in your organizations. You can't just do the work. You have to communicate the work. You have to tell the stories of your students, of your teachers, of your parents, to politicians and influencers and the public. They have to hear about the work, the heart of this work that we all put in so much time every day. It's about whatever it takes for our kids. And you have to also get involved politically. CCSA Advocates is doing really good work. You have to get involved politically, because the politicians decide how much money our kids get. They decide if we're going to have more charters or not. They decide, are we going to let our educators be creative and innovative or not? You have to change the politics of education. You're educators, we're educators, but part of education leadership, part of leadership for our kids is making sure that folks like Dr. Weber, myself, others that are fighting for our kids, that they get that support. So we hope you get involved in your communities, in Sacramento. Learn more about our campaign at marshalltuck.com, and I hope you sign up. Thank you for the work you do every day. It's hard for me to look people in the eye, 1,000 people, and say, you need to do a little bit more, right? You're exhausted. It's so hard. Charters are so hard. To say you got to do more, that's a lot. But you know what? You got to do more. Our kids need us to do more. There's so many young people who can have better lives if we educate them. They need us to do more and step up both in our schools, and also we got to step up in the politics of education, make sure our leaders are prioritizing our kids, supporting high quality nonprofit charter schools, and most importantly, doing what Dr. Weber does every day. Every decision, what makes the most sense for our kids. Thank you so much for your work, and thanks for having me here. I really appreciate it.